Hi there, people. Welcome to my new Insta360 action camera. Hopefully this thing can get me some nice 4K footage in future. It's a little bit better than the one I had, and I think paired with my iPhone that I've got for recording stuff, you know, this is the way to go. So exciting weekend ahead. I'm planning on going to Gansbaai, but there was a bit of trepidation initially about going to Gansbaai because I know that that Terence and Martin was also going through there. For those familiar with Terence Simpson Angling and More channel, we used to fish a lot together, and we probably will still in future. But just over the course of the last couple of months, things took a bit of a detour with regards to me and my channel, different places I wanted to go visit, that sort of thing. Now, for a lot of people, they might think that I'm only heading over there because Terence might be going. Not the case. Back in December, myself and my family went to go camp in Gansbaai, and upon going to the shop with myself and my son, I got stopped by a fan of Terence Simpson's. He recognized me and my Sani from one of Terence's videos, or multiple of his videos actually, and called me by name. I was completely flabbergasted. The guy invited me to go catch cob with him. But due to the fact that in the campsite it was really, really hot, and my fridge freezer didn't want to work properly, and bait was going off, and I didn't want to leave my wife and my kids in the campsite alone without a fridge that was actually working, against my better judgment, I decided to not go. And Hendrik ended up sending me this picture of massive cob that he caught, multiple. So needless to say, I was quite jealous about it. I want to rectify that mistake. And about a month or so ago, I contacted Hendrik. We kept in contact on WhatsApp. I contacted him and I asked him what the fishing is like in April still. And he said it's brilliant. With the addition of Galjun as well, more options. So after the Stolway trip, I decided to make contact with him again. And he said, come through. There's actually a chance that that we may actually end up running into Terence and Martin over the weekend, which would be nice. But even if that doesn't happen, doesn't matter. We're both going to be over there, and we're going to bring you two different videos from two different perspectives of fishing in Gansbaai. Another nice thing is I've got a friend that used to work with me back in the mid to late 2000s that we reconnected a couple of years ago, that sort of thing, and he is going to come through to come fish with me on Sunday, driving through possibly on Saturday evening, booking into accommodation, and then first thing Sunday morning out to go catch fish. So this is going to be a really nice weekend, taking the wife and kids, going for a chill weekend, myself going fishing, hopefully with my boys if they want to come with. If they don't, you know, it is what it is. You can't make youngsters nowadays do the things they don't want to do. And yeah, I am looking to get into the cob this weekend, boys. Looking for it, looking forward to it. So hold thumbs for me, and let's hope I can report back over the weekend with some nice catches. Hi guys, we arrived in Gansbaai around 4 o'clock this afternoon. Spent some time unpacking and just exploring the two units that we are occupying at the moment. The one room is essentially on the one side of the house and the other room is on the other side of the house. But it shares a boundary wall between the two, but you need to walk around the house to get to the other side. So we allowing our boys to stay in the other room, aged 14 and 17. So it's a nice little thing for them to spend the weekend away from us a little bit, you know, in their own room, doing their own thing, making their own coffee, eating their own rusks, and just having a grand old time with a little bit of independence. And then me and mommy, we're over here in this unit over here, and this is essentially where we will have our dinners as well. Now I made contact with Hendrik shortly after we got here, and he went to go inspect the water, and lo and behold, he ran into Terence and Martin. So by the time that you see this video, you may or may not have seen Terence's video, but you will undoubtedly see Terence catching a nice cobby, which I haven't seen yet, but I'm undoubtedly would have seen it by the time that this video goes live. So congratulations, Terence. Hopefully there's many more for the rest of the weekend, which hasn't happened yet. So this is a bit of inception happening here right now. There will definitely be confirmation later on in this video on whether or not I was successful or you were successful with more fish. So let's hold thumbs on that one. So it's now been confirmed with Hendrik. We're meeting up with him tomorrow morning at about 6:30ish in town with Masani, and we're going to be heading into the fishing grounds. And yeah, looking to explore a few places tomorrow and see what kind of cob and gull unit stuff we can target. I'll reconnect with you guys tomorrow morning when we're in the Sani, on our way to meet Hendrik, so we can introduce you to him as well. Going to be fun. Good morning, people. We are exactly where we need to be to go catch fish today. Met up with Hendrik. I'm going to show you the surroundings and introduce you to Hendrik very shortly. I just need to rig up some rods quickly, and yeah, excited for the day. See you soon. This is what it's about, boys and girls, because of course girls can fish too. Rods in the water. Sani that made it all the way up this treacherous 4x4 track. My new friends over on that side, including Hendrik, busy baiting up. And of course, my boy, right there. How's it, Taylor? Say hello to the people.
Hello.
Just pulled in a choker bait that's been stripped off my line. Little fish bait on my son's line that was still intact, but probably needed replacing. Constant nibbles on his line, so let's hope for a nice little gully. That'll be quite nice from our undisclosed location. We'll see you soon if there's any updates, boys and girls. Bye. Hi there, guys. Just wanted to introduce you to the guy that brought me out here. We met last year in December, as previously mentioned. His name is Hendrik, and he brought me out to this beautiful place over here with which very much needs a 4x4 to manage out here. So without further ado, here's Mr. Hendrik. Hendrik.
Hi, it's nice to have you here.
Lekker man,
It's
lekker.
a very, very beautiful day. But misty. And the
That
water
it
looks
is.
good, the clarity is good, the water color is good. Unfortunately, the spot where we wanted to go was packed with weekenders. So we took second best this side now. And later on we're going to try a bit low down for Steenbras as well.
That sounds fantastic. Sounds fantastic. But I must say that this area is extremely beautiful. It's actually a privilege to every now and again just get out into the Overberg and just tuck a line in the water, and this is as beautiful a place as any to do it. I must say again, thank you, sir.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Just look at this, people. Hendrik just pulled this thing out of here. A little skarmaatjie.
I think it's pregnant though.
Oh my word. Look at this thing. It's actually quite cute. It looks like my dog at home.
Look at the interesting eyes.
Gorgeous. Let's
It feels like sandpaper.
yeah, it does. So yeah, let's get it back, boys.
Look at like that.
Ja nee, hy sal swem.
Ja, my skoene. Ek het my video.
Just wait for a nice wave and then it'll go.
Like now.
Yeah, like now, yeah. Let it go.
Hy's back at the swim. Hy's hier.
Lekker, Hendrikie.
That on octopus.
Daar's hy. Okay guys, look at this. Just came off, or just came onto my line. Now, Hendrik, wherever we're going today, can we use this thing as bait?
No, it's a red crab. You don't need a red crab for the crackers.
Oh, okay.
This is not a red crab.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Well, look, let's get this boy back in the water then. Okay, cool. Thank you. Shame. Let's get this bad boy back in the water. He deserves to be free. You go, boy. You know. Oh, there you are. Let's go. Wrong way. There you go. Made a spot move. We're gonna throw some white mussel. See if we can't get some steenbras all the way back there. Looking forward to it. Let's get our pigs in the ground, boys. Guys, this is stunning. I mean, how privileged are you when you're in a position to spend a couple of days in this paradise in the Overberg trying to catch some fish? Sometimes it's not just about the destination, people. It's about the journey. Everything that happens in between the moments, from the moment where you start your car until you head back. Almost no wind, not too hot, not too cold, water looking brilliant, some action in the water. How cool is this? Absolutely stunning. Hi there lads, it's a fine day for fishing, and there's definitely fish in the water over here. I'm just rebaiting quickly. I had some white mussel out. Hendrik told me this is the perfect water, the perfect time to try and target some steenbras over here. We don't know yet whether or not there's size steenbras here, but the cool thing is that even though there was almost no bait left on my hook, and I think I may have had a slightly oversized hook on there from where we were just now. I think it was like a size 3.0 or 4.0 hook. And I had white mussel on there. They were still hitting the hook, even though there were almost no bait left on it. So I know there's fish here. So I just came quickly to swap it out for a real tiny little size 1.0 circle hook. And I'm going to rebait it now with this float with some white mussel, get it back out there, and let's hope for the best, because I am in the mood for some fish here, boys. Let's see what it looks like by the time that this thing is on the hook. There we go. Let's see if I can get you a nice little shot here of the baiting process. I'm going to get the poopy parts out of here. Oh, where's my bait cotton? That will help. Oh, here we go. Right. Let's get this mussel bait out there. It's not the biggest mussel, but I just need one of them to commit on this hook, you know. Wee-wee. There we go. Nice little mussel bait. Just enough there for that little see there, just enough there for the fish's mouth to hook on that little barb over there. So let's get it out, let's see what happens. I just threw out a choker head, or part of a choker head, on a 1.0 hook. There's serious interest on this thing right now. Being very patient to wait for the big take. Hopefully I'll be able to show something for the boys. There comes a time where you have to admit defeat, unfortunately. They stripped that little choker head off that hook so fast I couldn't even count to 5. Stood there for another 5 minutes hoping it would come back. When I reeled it in, there was only bait cotton left on the hook. So Hendrik is going to go show me 2 other spots that I can go to with my school buddy when he arrives. And apparently it's a sinker graveyard, but we'll see what happens. And hopefully there's still fun to be had. I've had a great time this morning. This is a fantastic trail to come out onto the beach, and it's exciting, treacherous but exciting, and the water and the beaches over here is just phenomenal. I would love to come back here when it's like prime fishing season and get a line in the water here and get some big fish. So weekend's not over yet. There's still plenty of time to catch something. We may even go to the harbour wall and try and catch some morties, like I did the last time over December. I know that they're there, and I have plenty of mussel bait for that nonsense. Very minor little update. It's now like barely 1 o'clock or something. We are heading home for lunch and just gonna chill for the afternoon until my buddy arrives. We should be having a braai tonight, but I'm gonna keep that stuff private because that's family time. Thank you to Hendrik again. When you see this video, you've been awesome. We'll keep in contact on WhatsApp. You seem like a very, very good oak and a good guy to have in your life. So yeah, let's see what the rest of this trip has got for installed for us. So see you later, boys. Hi there, guys. It's following morning. Beautiful morning. Was a bit of rain earlier, but that seems to have cleared up. It may still come back. Met up with this work buddy of mine, old work buddy, and him and his son and his friend is currently out on the rock. I'm going to show you just now. And the friend already pulled out a small steenblas, which is quite nice. But we're in Franskraal, throwing through the rocks, little bottle sinkers, small hooks, mussel bait, and whatever prawn they had. Lots of little nibbles and pulls. Quite fun. Catch or no catch today. I'm just going to have fun on my last day fishing over here, and then obviously head back home tomorrow morning. But for now, it's all about the fishing. Really enjoying this morning. I'm going to show you now. From the right in Franskraal, there's my friend, his friend and his son on the rocks over there. That's the spot where I'm throwing from into the water. And then there's obviously quite a few anglers on the left going up that way. It's quite a populated little spot, quite popular. And let's hope we can at least get one gully or a small steenbras or something for our efforts today. There you go, lads. First try with the chest harness of the phone. Right over there. The water's basically doing its best to emulate a washing machine. Started feeling some bumps now. Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. It's a nice juicy mussel bite just for you. Eat your foodies. Oh, just for those interested, I thought I'd share what I'm busy fishing with right now. As you can see here, I've got one of those new Robex reels. What on earth does this thing say? It's the TFX 8000. They're not very expensive, and I'm hoping that over time, you know, this quality is basically the same as the Robex Big Boss that we all know and love by now. But I'm putting it through its paces. Nothing serious at the moment, just to see what it can do. So far it's been doing well. And then for my rod, I have the Okuma Wave Power 3 to 5 ounce 13 foot. This is essentially the rod that I use when I am just scratching off the rocks or off the beach or whatever. And then I've got some 30-pound braid on here. No real leader for now. Probably a mistake considering that there's rocks and reef and stuff around here. And just some 30 to about 20 to 25 pound hook snoot and sinker line with a 4 ounce bottle sinker and a size 1 aught hook with some mussel bait on it. And that's about it. My Okuma Euphoria is in the car, but I didn't feel a need to pull out the big guns considering the small fish that we are trying to target off the beach right now. Went on my own little adventure now. Met a very nice old guy, probably like 70 odd years old, fishing off the harbour wall, telling me all the stories about how when he was a young boy in the 60s and 70s, how the harbour wall was extended and how they used to catch cob and steenbras and everything off the harbour wall, and things have just gotten dead and stuff over time. I really wish the old man all the best. Very friendly soul, knowledgeable. I kind of really like these little adventures and stuff that I go on, you know. I don't catch much, but just having my line in next to a guy that's been around since the 50s and 60s and making his way out to the water almost every single day for subsistence fishing for himself and his family, and just listening to their stories, it's humbling, you know. It's I didn't want to put the guy on camera, make him feel self-conscious or anything. I'm a firm believer in, you know, these are my trips and my adventures and stuff that I go on, but I'll always try my best in words to convey the feeling and the feelings that I'm having, the excitement that I'm having. And if and when the opportunity presents itself to put people on camera that is critical to the story, I will. But in that moment, old man opening up about his own adventures and stuff, that wasn't meant for camera, that was meant for me. So really wish the old man all the best in future. Not that he's probably ever going to see this video, but still, let's put it out in the universe and let's make it so. See you on my next spot. There you go, boys and girls. The site of my camping adventure in December behind me, and the harbour wall where I had my Horty adventure. So quite excited just to get down to the bottom again. throw where I caught my horties the last time and see whether or not I'm lucky. Go home with something. If all else fails, I go home, have some lunch, and take the wife and kids out somewhere before we head back tomorrow. See you at the end of the wall. Right, I'm out here, line in, threw in roughly the same spot as I did last time. Maybe the structure didn't change as much. One can dream. See if I can get a few. Ooh, there's already pecks and bites in the water. Come on, don't be shy. That wasn't a very big piece of muscle. Chances are it's stripped already. Yeah, you know what, it's probably better if I just pull this one in and throw out a fresh one. Okay, just to show you, I didn't come out here with too much. Bought some extra hooks and stuff, and 3 extra sinkers, some scissors, some extra line, my bait top, and a knife to brain the fish, just in case I do catch one that size, and I want to take him home. Interesting conversation with Hendrik yesterday. He says he'll trade a galjoen for any hortie any day. Now I'm not so sure about that. I know that there's a lot of people that says they really do like the galjoen on the fire. I'm gonna have to take his word for it because I haven't eaten galjoen yet. Like I said, I've only been at this for less than a year, actually, 3/4 of a year, and I'd like to believe that at some point I will have the opportunity to put a gully on the fire. But what I did do last December was put some hortie on the fire, and I must admit it was very, very nice. So I'm going to take his word for it, and imagine that to be true. So if I can get a couple of nice sizes now, I'm going to be over the moon. Something to take home and chow whenever I want to. So let's get this bait out there. It's a decent presentation, little floaty, not too hectic. Let's see, let's get this bad boy out. Some dirty fingers, that muscle was quite ripe. So let's see. That's pretty much the spot that I hit last time in December. Now I just need to wait for the sinker to drop, get some tension in the line, and wait. Cool, I think that's about it. I'll start this up again when there's something on the bite. Okay, so excuse the noise behind me. It's this fan from the factory. close to the harbour wall. It's still going. Nothing came out. It's just one of those days. I mean, I had the same mussel bait out for about half an hour there, nothing came out. And I probably should have packed up already, but you know me, forever the optimist. Again, as per usual, I had a few nibbles and pulls and whatnot, you know, but nothing serious, nothing that made me want to pull my line back in. It's unfortunate. But again, it's about the journey, not necessarily always the destination. And I will get my fish. I always do. It's just a matter of when and how. This weekend wasn't one of them. I caught a crab. That's about it. Me, I'm about to head home and I'm going to join up with my family and I'm going to see where the day takes us. Possibly go out for a nice lunch, dinner, perhaps go out to the caves and just explore, you know, the day before we go back on. This was a very enjoyable weekend and I'm holding thumbs that my friend Chris and his posse currently on the beach where myself and Hendrik was yesterday. They managed to get something. I asked them to send me some footage and pictures of their fish, their journey, whatever they've got. They need to send it. Hopefully it'll be spliced in here around somewhere. If not, you know what it is, But guys, thank you for coming along on this journey with me. I'll update you as it happens. Good morning, boys and girls. The morning of day 3, the day we are packing up and going home. I'm not apologizing for my nature. My nature being that of unapologetically never say die, never give up. I still had about 7 mussels left in the freezer. It seems like a terrible waste going home, not going back to Fransgrol and gooiing those 7 mussels into the water and see what comes out. So this is me heading back to Fransgrol just after 6 a.m. Hopefully getting the spot that was occupied yesterday morning by another guy. Conditions this morning very much different from yesterday. It's much colder, number one, and number two, it's also much gustier out there. So conditions are not comfortable. This will by far be the most uncomfortable I would have been fishing over the last year. Easy. So let's go and endure this for about 2.5 hours. And if I still have nothing thereafter, you know what, then I'll admit it. Gansbaai has had the better of me on this trip. See you soon. Beautiful morning. Sun's getting out. And I have my line in the water finally. I had to re-rig this bad boy because it had all the wrong stuff on it. Circle hook exchanged for a J hook. Some fresh mussel bait on there. Never say die. This may be one of the most disgusting things I'm going to do now. But desperate times calls for desperate measures, boys. I picked up one of these. And I'm going to be giving this thing a lobotomy to see if there's any red bait to be had in this thing. Now that pod's empty. Let's see what's in here. That thing's empty. No, completely empty. Son of a mother. That was a waste. It stunk up my bucket. Weather's so much better than yesterday. Oh my word. Look at this, boys. Still overcast, coolish. So nice. There's a lot of activity in the water over here. I just had a very nice fish on, but the sinker got stuck. So I allowed the fish to pull it loose. Enough time to try and get it loose, and by the time that the sinker came loose, the fish was off. I am kind of gutted right now. But it is what it is. I have another bite on already. I'll bring you back when something happens. Right, 1.5 mussels left. That's all I got. And it's just after 8 now, with high tide being at 9. I'm gonna try and get to 9. Nothing comes out, you know what? Then I have to head back home. It is what it is. Okay, boys. This mussel symbolizes the end of my trip to Gansbaai. One final cast, then I have to make my way back. Almost 9 o'clock. Hold times, boys. So, Gansbaai 1, Vlam 0. It is what it is. Like Terence Simpson says, it is what it are. So much activity in the water, and as treacherous as the rocky banks are out there, I haven't lost a single sinker or hook today, which is always a good thing. But bait always got stripped, so that's a positive. The negative is, like, as you would have seen earlier, I was on with a fish, and I was really happy because my time over here came to an end. I had 1 or 2 mussels left at the time, and the sinker got stuck in a crevice. So as Rian Rademeyer told me, just drop the line, make the line slack and let the fish do the work, which I did. I still felt the fish on the other end. And I gave it a brief tweak to lift the sinker out of the ground. Once I gave it that tweak, fish was gone. Gutted. Felt like a nice one. It felt pretty much like the same size galjoen that I had on the same rod and reel back at Makassar with Rian Rademeyer. So you're probably looking at about a 36, 38 centimeter gully, if it was a gully. So yeah, heading back now, packing up, just getting some order back in the back of my car so we can get the rest of the groceries packed in and head home. See you soon.